I am Captain Randy Kramer, United States Marine Corps Special Section, Covert Military Space Program arm of the Marine Corps.
What is the name of the moon base?
Luna Operations Command. What I can remember of it being inside of it, it's a pretty big facility. It's multiple levels. I remember going up and down an elevator, multiple levels, multiple floors to go to different sections. What I thought was interesting about it was I was expecting to see all of this super modern, high-tech construction and hardware, like it was all, built from the future, when the truth is it's all built decades in the past. And so you actually have some sections that appear pretty old. So when I had to sign my contract in the admin section, there was lots of this faded, worn yellow carpet and lots of these sort of mustard yellow and avocado green furniture, like you would if you're old enough and you remember a dentist's office or a doctor's office in the 70s, and you remember that furniture and you remember that color carpet, then you know that it's incredibly dated to that time period. And the entire admin section was just all dated in this 1970s decor that was old and faded, and to be honest, needed an upgrade. But yeah, it was fascinating to me that it wasn't all as modern as I was just expecting it to be. A lot of it just looks older because it was built decades ago. And haven't bothered to remodel some of it, I guess. I don't ever recall seeing any Zeta personnel. New Schwabenlanders, every once in a while we see, officers or personnel or state personnel from New Schwabenland occasionally, but not a lot. Those were not the main personnel that I saw when I was there. English was still the more common spoken language among everyone. My understanding is that it's funded through the military, through the ICC, through some private banking and private family money, but it's essentially a military base and a military operations center for the Covert Military Space Program fleet. So most of their money is coming either from the military budget that they get, which again is mostly comes from the ICC and the conglomerate of countries that make up the EDF, or Earth Defense Force. When we landed there, we pulled into a hangar bay, down an elevator, into a hangar which had easily dozens, if not hundreds, of ships lined up, stacked up, really. So they weren't necessarily out in rows. They were in these stacked up almost like in shelving cubbies, but that were big enough to hold a spaceship. So,
and what kind of spaceships did you see in there?
Mostly TR-3Bs or 3Gs if you were talking about the newer versions, but not exclusively. There were some other unique styled craft, meaning they weren't types of craft that I'd say, oh, I've seen 15 of those, I know what that is. Some of them were fairly unique looking, and I don't know that I'd ever seen a make or model of that type before. Most of them looked like they were from here. They were terrestrially made. A couple of them, though, questionable. Could have been extraterrestrial origin, could have been made somewhere. Could be a private vehicle that was purchased or built by someone for a specific purpose or specific reason.